Hey everyone, it's Will, Gamer Dad, with another video for you. So in today's video, we do have stage 1 of the more difficult or extreme version. And if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, I really appreciate it. I also do have a Patreon account for those who want to support me this way. So again, just like the very first normal stage, this one does recommend you to bring a Shade team. I understand that you can probably bring other teams. My friends were bringing Fire. However, I wanted to demonstrate obviously the optimal setup, so to speak. And this is essentially the 1A Shade team. Pretty cheap, I do understand that. So you can see Ify, Yakumo, ES Tuva, as well as Winefika. One thing I would recommend is definitely, if you can, cast Winefika's type res up 50% move, which is her, in my case, the middle move. Because I didn't do that, I actually lost Winefika. Technically didn't lose her because we have the, obviously the blood contract active, but you can see the middle move I have equipped, which is also giving the, I guess the, boost after the enemy attacks. So that's one thing I will say that I would recommend in having that additional 50% type res. You'll take a lot less damage. Obviously, in the case of having ES Tuva as your support, you to have her praying abilities, which not only preemptively heal, it also does give your units a Shade Link, among other things. And she also has lots of other nice little boosts. I didn't use her as a DPS, so I didn't use her attacking move. Mainly used her to kind of maintain the HP and MP of your team. I don't even have all 3 moves because I haven't done her personal quest, and so her last move is actually locked. And so I do apologize for that. Now in this case, we wear it down to the 1 HP stopper. Now my understanding also is that if you don't shield it enough, even with Ify, you can clearly see that Ify is taking hits as well as the others on your team. I don't know if those are AoEs or single target, but either way, just having Ify alone may not protect your team. The blood contract that your minions have will not protect Ify from getting hit. So if you want some extra security, I always have a 9 lives Grasta on her. However, that won't work if she's not at full HP, so bear that in mind as well. And you can clearly see that all of these attacks are kind of single target, knowing that the devs have programmed in some disadvantages for using an Ify-led team. Also note that there are auras in place. If you have Shade Zone up, it'll reduce the enemy speed by 30 as well as reduce its power and int by 15. Also, the enemies itself has automatic type res medium up. You can see that equipped. And so be aware that your damage may not be nearly as much. Not only that, you have a 10 turn limit to clear. So every phase, there are 3 phases or waves within a stage. I didn't apply retribution each and every time. I just used deletion and used Rosa Liliac to apply pain and poison ahead of time for each wave. And that way you save some turns because all of them have HP stoppers, and unless you really plan ahead to have multiple hits clearing each multiple HP stoppers in one round. I'm only using 1 DPS, which is only Yakumo. I'm sure there are other ways to do multiple hits in one go. However, I decided to bring the tried and true. Deletion's more than enough. And if you notice, on the last wave, I still have a full Stellar Burst gauge available. Again, you can see all those multi-hit targets are single target. These are not AoEs. And so, again, reminder to not let Ify die. So make sure you have some type shields up, some debuffs. Also note that with Winefika, I am using her Wither Bell. That applies kind of those orbs that apply complete power int kind of reductions, which stack on top of dual debuffs from Rosa Liliac 3535. And with that, I can survive. Having Kumos up front is quite nice because it helps regen MP and also apply Shade Res down. Since we are not using Retribution, every little Shade Res down does benefit the team. And like I said, each of our units have a role to play. The interesting part is that because this boss does have an HP stopper and sets Awakened Thunder Zone, that's usually a difficult thing to overcome unless you break zone. And hey, SA Winefika with her Einix Curse. After the enemy establishes a zone at the halfway mark, Her SA at the end of turn then breaks their zone and reapplies Awakened Shade, and of course applies that 9999 damage up to, depending on how much damage you've done that turn. And so that was one ability to clear both HP bars, or each half HP, with one turn to save me from the 10 turn limit. So hopefully this gives you some idea as to the difficulty required. Again, haven't tried any other teams because honestly, I really do want to just use a very powerful team to demonstrate what the synergies of a full shade-led team would be. And in this case, with the healing and shielding abilities of Tuva with the prayer, with the type res of Winnefica plus the Wither Curse, and Rosa Lilac, you can survive the fight. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.